beginning of time, our way of life as Samburus has remained the same.
One with the land.
When we wake up with the morning star,
we honor the earth, covering our heads with sacred oil and adorning ourselves with our beaded headdresses. We step outside surrounded by animals and sing Chantecaille, facing our sacred mountains. Our songs, carried by the wind, awaken the land. Under the shade of trees, we gather to craft beads. Beads for beauty and beads to symbolize our culture and our bond with nature. Every bead has its own meaning. When a boy is born, he's adorned with green beads. For girls, red, black, and white beads tell their story. And during storms with thunder and lightning, blue beads on our gourds help calm the skies. Beads have been our guardians since the beginning of time. They protect all people, animals, and the land we share.
My name is William. I come from the famous Maasai tribe. I grew up in one of the only few remaining indigenous forests in Kenya. Having been brought up in an area wildlife rich, going to school, coming across buffaloes, up on a tree for hours, it's how I developed a passion for the wilderness. To be a ranger is to be a guardian and protector of nature.
I wanted to become a ranger because there was an incident that happened along the Savo River. It was 7 elephants that were shot down. 4 adults and 3 babies, the whole family. The babies were there lying down dead for no good reason. It was so disheartening.
I mean, if you come across the babies just playing in the mud, off like human babies, and crying and trumpeting, making all those little screams. Elephants are very connected. They are bonded by their family ties. They have emotions. They mourn their dead. They are an incredible species because they understand their connectivity to nature, and they play a big role in shaping our ecosystem. The biggest threat to nature, other than poaching, is loss of habitat. Elephants, they are seasonal grazers and browsers. They need to move from one area to another. And now here comes these farmers into an area that was predominantly occupied by wildlife. Then there is human-wildlife conflict.
I am Eric Olekesoy, Community Manager at Lion Guardians. We work to protect lions within the Amboseli ecosystem. Lions have been under threat for many years. They live within the conservancies, but they also go to community land and they interact closely with livestock. When the lions kill livestock, they are killed in retaliation. When we recruit lion guardians, we are targeting the guys that have been brought up being livestock keepers, and some of them have killed several lions in the past. Traditionally, killing a lion was a measure of bravery. You become a hero, you become influential. But we've changed that very important aspect of their culture. Instead of killing this time, they are saving them by mitigating conflict proactively before it happens.
Conservation is complex. Remember, this is not an office work. You have to be very flexible. We have hills. The terrain is very rocky. You have to work when it's raining, when it's so hot, when it's so cold. A lot of poaching happens at night. That is the time now that person is coming in. The person is taking every advantage of the situation. So as a ranger, you have to sacrifice yourself, and it is part of conservation.
An essential part of being a lion guardian is having bush knowledge. They have to really think like lions, interpret every single animal that they see, their behavior, their moods, every single track. You have to be attuned to nature.
Amo relesero na ara na lubai ko na musi dai rara mo kribri endo gielo ru ka gere ne me ngor hosi relesero na ele galo ru inda hige en kai ru ne me dalra.
The environment is actually full of clues. It's up to us to interpret what it means. Without lion guardians, the Amboseli ecosystem would have been completely different without lions, without elephants, or the other animals. And we are turning their traditional ecological knowledge for conservation purposes.
If we leave these parks and all these conservation areas unchecked, within a very short time, there will be nothing left. All the nature, wildlife will be wiped out.
My family, my mom has never seen an elephant. So I want my kid one day to see that rain. So we have to work hard.
We really have to try and find our way back. Because this world is not just for human beings. There are other species that share and have as good a right as we are to survive it.
Each one of these species have got a role to play, balancing the environment.
Nature knows how to live by itself. It only needs some people to do the motivation and space to survive.
When you see that animal standing in front of you without a wound, without any injury, without a snare on it, it's the hard work. You feel very proud. You feel very connected.
The number one thing that we should pass to younger generation is the connectivity to nature.
It is our hope that all humanity realizes that like beads joined together, we are all connected, one with nature, and we must protect it at all costs.